Namaste. We're going to begin class today standing at the top of your mat, feeling the feet firmly planted, light in the knees. Inhaling, lengthening up through the spine. Exhaling, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Bring the palms to face forward, mountain pose. Look straight ahead, slightly tuck the chin, lifting up from the back of the neck. Take a full breath in and an open mouth exhale out. Inhale, gently sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, bend the knees. Take a slow motion forward fold, bringing the chest over the thighs, dropping the head and the neck, lowering the torso over the legs. Lifting through the tailbone, keeping the feet firmly planted and letting the head hang heavy. On your inhale, look up halfway, long, straight spine. Exhale, folding back down. And then we're going to inhale, curl the spine to stand again. So tuck the tailbone, bending the knees, dramatically rolling the spine up, bringing the arms up with you. And then exhale the hands down to your side. Let's take one more round of that. Inhale, arms up, gaze follows. Exhale, slow motion fold, arms reach back and down. Inhale, look up halfway. Really fluid movements here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling the spine to stand. One breath per movement. Arms up at the top. Exhale to mountain. Let's take one more of those. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway, hands to shins or your thighs, straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, curl the spine to stand, bring the arms up with you. Exhale, arms to your side. Take a round of breath here. Filling up as deeply as you can. Exhaling as long and slow as you can. Good. Next inhale, reach up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your left foot back, lower the left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant them on either side of the foot. Keep the left hand planted. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, cartwheel that hand to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, stepping up. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold here, lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, then the chest between the hands and the chin. Inhale, press forward to cobra, shrug the shoulders down the back, squeeze the elbows in. Gaze to the top of the mat. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the forehead down, tuck the toes. On your next breath in, press into the mat to lift up. Shift back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. And bending slightly in the knees, lifting up through the tailbone, pressing the chest towards the thighs. Long through the spine. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Look between your hands. Step tiptoe towards the top of the mat. Find your fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step the right foot back this time, lower the right knee. Untuck the toes. Your inhale, sweep the arms up for a lunge. Exhale, plant both hands on either side of the foot. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, reach the left arm up, turning in towards your left knee. Exhale, reach that left hand back towards your foot. Inhale, sweep that left arm over back to frame the foot. Tuck the back toe. Step back to plank. Hold. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. Lower the chest between your hands. Keep your hips lifted as you lower your chin. Let the air out. Inhale to cobra, press through, shrug the shoulders up, and then down the back. Light in the hands. Breathe. Exhale, lower the forehead down. Tuck the toes. Your breath in presses up to plank. And exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Make them count. Let your awareness be with the breath. Follow it through the body. Exhaling out through the nose. Feel the warm breath exiting the nostrils. A sense of calm that comes over you. And look between your hands. Make your way to the top of the mat for forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Open mouth, exhale as you fold back down. Inhale to stand, roll the spine. Bring the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, elbows down to about 90 degrees. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands back behind you. Clasp your fingertips. Step your feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, look up as you draw your fist down the spine. Opening through the chest. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Firm in the legs. Firm in the belly. Breathe. Exhale, open mouth. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Take a ragdoll pose here, grabbing either elbow with your hands and just gently swaying left to right. Take a few rounds of deep breaths, cleansing exhales, letting out all that energy, any stress, anything in your mind that's distracting you from being fully present in your breath, in your body here. Let it all dump out through the head. Sway it out. You can stay here as long as you need. When you're ready to move on, gently come back to stillness. Release the hands. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, heel toe the feet apart. And lower the hips for Malasana, yogi squat. Bring the elbows in towards the knees. Maybe you can drop your hips down all the way. Maybe you stay lifted here. Keep the spine straight though. I'm going to straight back wherever your squat takes you. No curled spine, just to get down. Lift up, prop up the heels, breathe. Exhale, plant your hands, lift the spine, heel toe the feet back together. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, stay in your halfway lift. Send your arms back behind you. And then inhale the chair, drop the hips, lift the heart, lift the arms. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale to stand, reach up and back. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Let your inhale bring you up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Hold here. Biceps spinning forward, finding some lift. One more breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Let it out through the mouth if you need. Pressing your chest towards your thighs. Feeling weight in the heels. Breathe. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. One-legged downward dog. Point the toes and then flex the foot. Point and flex. And then bend the knee so your heel tucks towards your glute and open the hip towards the right side. So you're stacking your hips, looking up under your right armpit. Exhale back to your 3-legged downward dog, straight right leg back. And then exhale, plant that right foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down, warrior 1. Inhale, come up. So we're squaring our hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, cactus arms as you lower into your warrior 1. Inhale, straight legs, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms as you sink into that lunge. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay in your warrior 1. Keep your arm or sweep your arms back behind you at the low back. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Inhale, humble warrior. Exhale, lower the chest to the inside of the right leg. Arms come up overhead if you can. Breathe. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale to come up, release the arms. They come up, back up overhead. Exhale, plant the hands on either side of the foot. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Inhale, roll up to stand. Bring the arms up with you and let your exhale take you right back down. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Hold for a breath here. Press the belly button towards the low back. Find some lift as you press the earth away. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Make some peace with your downward dog, no matter what it looks like. If you're struggling, embrace the struggle. If this is a resting place, make it a little bit more active. Squeeze the hands and the feet towards each other, but relax the neck. On your inhale, sweep, pointing the toes and then flexing, point and flex. And then bending at the knees, stack the hips, lifting that left knee up, looking up under your left armpit, stacking those hips. One more breath in. Exhale, back to your 3-legged downward dog. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring that left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Get ready for warrior 1. Inhale, come up. Adjust your stance so you can somewhat square your hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, straighten through the legs, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms as you sink into that lunge. Left knee bends, right leg stays straight. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together when you lower. Inhale, lift, straighten. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here. Clasp your hands behind your low back. Preparing for a humble warrior. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold the chest to the inside of the left leg. Breathe. Full breath in. Full breath out. Press the feet down into the mat. Squeeze them towards each other to find some strength to lift yourself up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, plant them on either side of that left foot. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here, send the arms back. Exhale to chair, drop the hips. Energetically squeezing the legs together. Tuck the belly in, reach up. You've got this. Lighten the toes, weight in the heels. On your inhale, press down to reach up. Stand up straight, reach up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. You can always lower to your knees if you've had enough planks for today. One more breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Relax the forehead or one side of the face on the mat. Let the arms lengthen at your side. Breathe. Try to let the shoulder points melt onto the earth. Feel a gentle spreading between the shoulder blades. And as you inhale, try to expand between the back of the heart space there. Imagining you can press your heart through the back. Trying to find a 360-degree breath here, even though we're flat on our chest. Imagining the lungs expanding forward and back, side to side. And then take the deepest inhale you possibly can in this posture. And full breath out. Bring your hands next to your chest. Bring the big toes to touch. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and then down the back. Inhale, lift up to cobra, maybe even to seal by walking your hands forward. If you'd like a little bit deeper heart opener here. Keep the shoulders shrugged down the back. If you'd like, in your seal, you can widen your feet and slightly press the pubic bone down into the mat or tuck the tailbone, managing any low back issues you have. You can also lower down to your forearms. So several options here for this heart opener. Take your cobra, your seal, or here in Sphinx pose with the elbows in line with the shoulders. Take 5 rounds of breath here. Engaging that ujjayi breath where you're dragging the breath down the back of the throat, making kind of like a Darth Vader noise or ocean breath, it's commonly referred to as. Like you're whispering with your mouth closed. I love using this breath when my patience is being tried or something is frustrating or I need a little energy refocus. Being able to hear that sound reverberate throughout your head can help bring you back to the moment, focus on the breath. Take one more round of breath. And then gently lower the heart back down to the mat. Maybe switch sides so the opposite cheek is on the mat or the forehead back down. Bring the legs back together, big toes touching. And on an inhale, we're going to lift our chest and reach the arms back, finding half locust pose. If you'd like, you can clasp your fingertips again, drag the shoulders back, keep the neck neutral. So looking at the top of your mat, looking down. Maybe finding a little bit more lift on your inhale, a little lowering on the exhale. 2 more breaths here. And then on your third inhale, maybe you lift your toes. Maybe you stay for a couple more breaths. Maybe you lower all the way down if you've had enough. When you're ready to lower, slowly release on the exhale. Bring your hands next to your heart, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and then down the back. Lift up the heart, shift up and back to child's pose. Sinking your heel or your hips over your heels, bending at the knees, forehead down to the mat. Breathe. Tent the fingertips and walk them over the left side of the mat. Taking a side body stretch here, only going as far until you feel a little bit of tension down the outside of the right arm, right ribs, right side, maybe even to that right hip. Send deep breaths there, and releasing on the exhales, softening. When you feel good on that side, walk the fingertips back to center. Take a breath here. And exhale, walk your hands over the right side of the mat, finding that left side body stretch. On one side, you might be a little more tight than the other, so be mindful of how far you go. Don't go past your limit. There should be no pain in yoga. Still keeping that connection to the breath. Final inhale. And let your exhale gently release you back to center. Roll the spine up until you find tabletop, hands and knees. Hands directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and take a few cat and cows. So inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, and lifting the gaze. Exhaling, curling the spine, pressing the earth away. Again, pressing that heart through the back, tucking the chin. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. Find your rhythm here. Keep moving in your own timing, your own breath. Maybe you stay in one posture for a few rounds of breath instead of moving every inhale and exhale. Maybe you add little side to side movements or figure eights. Take this time to tune in and follow how the energy wants to move in, through, and out of your body. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths to intuitively let your body move. And meet me back in tabletop. Extend the right leg back. Cross it over the left. So the right toes cross over the left leg. Take a little stretch, press into that hip. Maybe go the other side. And then lift those right toes and walk them all the way over so they're in line with the hip towards over the right side of the mat. Exhale, sink the hips back. Inhale, come forward. Your foot is flat. I know you can't see it on camera, but flatten your foot. Sink the hips back. Should feel gentle lengthening in the inner right leg. Exhale, sink it back. Inhale, back forward. And then just bring that right foot between the hands from here. Lift up our low lunge. Walk those right toes forward. Maybe take a deep crescent lunge here, dropping the hips, reaching the heart up. Exhale, release your hands down. And then plant them back next to the foot. Shift the hips back, walking the hip back, finding your half splits. Square the hips towards the top of the mat. You don't have to go too far here. If you're working on your splits or you've got that mobility, you can walk the heel forward and begin coming closer to the ground. But remember to find that lift. You should be able to hug everything up and in. And slowly drag that heel back, finding your low lunge. Take another lift with the arms, dropping the hips. Exhale, plant on either side. Tuck the back toes, step the right foot back, and then lower to your knees. Take a round of cat and cow before we take that little leg flow on the other side. Exhale it out. Good. Finding your neutral tabletop. Extend the left leg back, toes on the mat, and then cross those left toes over the right leg. Press into the hip, looking over the right shoulder, looking over the left. And then drag those left toes in a half circle over the left side of the mat. Plant that left foot. So he'll look like this. And then exhale, sink the hips back. Inhale forward, lifting up on the knee. Exhale, sinking back over that right ankle. Keep that left foot flat if you can. If it hurts, then don't. Find a position that works for you, finding that inner leg lengthening, stretching. One more time, shift the hips back. And then coming up to our tabletop, walk that left foot in between the hands. Square the hips towards the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into that low lunge, drop the hips, walk the left heel forward, reach up and back. Exhale, maybe releasing the hands down next to you, and then plant them on either side of that leg, finding our half splits. So shift the hips back, left toes come up off the mat. Hips still squared towards the top. Maybe you stay here, maybe you walk it out a little bit. Remember to find that lift though. You don't have to lift up like this, but imagining that energy, finding that lift. Breathe wherever you're at. And your knee doesn't have to be straight either. Maybe you're pretty bent in the knee, and that's okay too. Every pose is going to look a little different for every person. On an exhale, shift forward, walking that heel back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant them down. Tuck the back toes, lifting up, step back. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Keep the toes together. Widen your knees towards the edges of the mat. Sink the hips back over the heels. Chest down, forehead down. Breathe. Good to notice how the body feels from the inside out. See if you can detect the faint heartbeat pulsing through your body. Notice the rate of your inhales and exhales. See if you can deepen those breaths into the belly as you fill up. And if you can elongate the exhales out through the nose as you empty the breath. On your next inhale, roll the spine up to sit. Shift the hips to one side and bring the legs out long in front of you for a forward fold. Bring the hips back into their sockets. Shrug the shoulders, hands down at your side. So we start in staff pose. This L-shaped. Toes pulling back towards your face. Inner thighs, spinning down and in. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, but relax the shoulders into their sockets. Find some lift out of the pelvis, and then bringing the chest forward, keeping the low back straight. Reach for your legs, reach for your heels. Relax the shoulders again. Inhale, lift the heart. Now allow the upper back to curl as you fold your chest, your heart over your thighs, dropping your forehead down. Enjoy your forward fold. Each breath out lets your head and your neck release a little more. Breathe. On your next inhale, roll the spine up to sit. Bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. Reach the arms up. Turn towards that right knee and extend the left arm down the left leg. Maybe you reach your toe. Maybe you're here. And find something, hold on to it. Reach up with that right arm. Hold that right shoulder back. Maybe the right arm can come up overhead. Keeping the heart open. One more breath in and out. With your inhale, gently sweep that right arm up and back so you can plant your right hand behind your right hip. Lift up onto that right leg. Flatten your left foot to the earth and reach that left arm up overhead. Exhale, lower back down. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle, clasping at your heels or your ankles, shrugging the shoulder down the back, lifting up, reach the heart open, drop the head back. Exhale, curl in, finding a cat-like back. Inhale, find cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to sit up straight. Keep the left knee bent, extend that right leg long. Bring the sole of the left foot into the right thigh. And taking the other side of our Janu Shirshasana. Raise the arms up, turn to face that left knee, and then extend the right side down the right leg, reaching for your toe, your ankle, your knee, whatever you got. Reach up with that left arm. Keep that heart open by pulling that left shoulder back. Left arm comes up overhead if you can, spitting the heart towards the sky. Full breath in. Exhale, gently cascade that left arm down next to your left hip. Lift up onto that left thigh, left shin. Flatten the right foot. Reach the right arm up as you straighten that right leg. Pressing up through that right hip should feel so good. Exhale, lower down. Bring the soles of the feet together again. Clasping the fingertips around the toes or holding on to your ankles. Shrug the shoulders down the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, come up to sit. Close the knees together like a book. Plant your hands behind you. Take a little windshield wiper action left and right with both knees falling to one side and then the other. And go ahead and come back to stillness. Lower on down to your back. Shift the hips to the left and lower the knees to the right for a twist. If you prefer a different kind of supine twist, feel free to take any variation that might feel good. So hips to the left, knees to the right. Look over your left shoulder to enhance the twist a little more. If that's okay for your neck, you can also look straight ahead at the ceiling. Just breathe. Three more rounds of breath here, slowing down the exhale each round. And then bringing the gaze back up to the ceiling if it's not already there. Lifting the knees back to center. Let's take a stretch. Relax the legs onto the mat. Point the toes. Reach the arms up overhead. Make yourself as long as you can. Lifting the heart. Inhaling. Exhaling, arms to your side, bending at the knees. Shift the hips to the right this time and lower the knees towards the left, or taking any other variation of the twist that you took last time. So hips to the right, knees to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. Relax into the twist. And then find your 3 rounds of deep breath. Allow yourself to begin melting into the mat. And after your third round of breath, inhale, look back up towards the ceiling. Bring the legs with you. Take another stretch, point the toes, reach the arms up overhead, stretch, rake yourself as long as you can. And then exhale, hug the knees in towards your chest. Wrap yourself up into a little ball, wrapping your forearms around your shins, curling in, tucking the chin, bringing your forehead to your knees. And then relaxing the upper back down. Maybe taking a happy baby here, reaching between the knees, grabbing your ankles or your toes, winding your feet. Any variation that you'd like, any way you'd like to close out your little mini energizing yoga session here. Move intuitively, breathe intuitively. And then when you're ready, we'll take a little mini siesta here in our Shavasana corpse pose. So relax all the way down onto the mat. Now hug the shoulder blades in together. So kind of lift up your chest and shimmy the shoulder blades together so the heart is a little lifted here. Okay. Your feet can be wide or apart. You can even bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open wide. I like to take Shavasana like this as well. Take a final conscious breath in, filling up as much as you can. Biggest breath you've had all day. Keep filling up, sipping a little bit more air in until you feel like you're going to explode, and then hold it. Just another second. And exhale. Pushing out as much air as you can. Keep squeezing. Let it all out. And then just allow your body to take over everything naturally. Releasing the awareness of your breath. Softening your posture. Allowing your bones to become heavy and settle towards the ground. Allow the eyelids to gently close. Allow your jaw to relax. Give yourself permission to be right here, right now, with nothing else to do but just be and just breathe. And feel free to rest as long as you need. Maybe you want to let yourself drift off into a 20-minute power nap. If you're ready to move, begin to gently roll the wrists and the ankles. Bring the legs together, the arms up overhead for another stretch. And let your exhale gently curl yourself in, roll into. Spend another moment here. And then gently press yourself up to the top of the mat. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Inhale to the belly and then the chest. Exhale, feel the chest compress and then the belly. One more round of breathing like this. And release the hands. Inhale, sweep them up overhead. Exhale, send the arms back behind you, clasp your fingertips behind your low back. Draw the hands down, reach the heart up, and look up. Exhale, seated yoga mudra, folding forward, letting the arms come up overhead. And then inhaling to sit back up, release the hands. Bring them up overhead. Bring the palms together at the top. Exhale, palms down through heart center. Pressing the thumbs against the chest. Lowering the gaze towards the tops of the fingertips. Together, we'll take one more inhale. And an open mouth exhale, letting it out. Let's do that one more time. Make your exhale as audible as you need. Sigh it out. Vocalize however you need. One more full inhale. Loud exhale. Like open the eyes. Release the palms. May you have wonderful rest of your day. May you feel at peace and energized. Thank you for sharing this little practice with me on the virtual mat. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.